Hi guys, we're back again at Wayrest 2. Going back through this dungeon, or this sewer of a dungeon. And gonna kill some bosses. Hopefully wash the stench of Wayrest 1 out of our fur here. And enjoy. Okay, come up to the Daedric altars here. And Meredith is now released.
You'll not leave here alive.
As you can see, it usually puts it off to 2 people in the room here. With this AoE, and it lasts for a while. Get the altars. You have to hit these altars when she's doing that, otherwise you can't damage it, and she's going to constantly do damage to one of your players. Though, no, do not have people sit on the altars, because remember, she randomly does this around the room. And people are sitting on the altars, all they're going to do is have that AoE land at it. Not smart. Tanks, you're going to have a bit of a trouble trying to get her to move. It's going to be a little bit random. Get the altars. Yeah, that's close to a death there. Killer, and that's it. So yeah, the only issue you have there is the AoE that she puts out, and you have to get to the 2 altars. Typically, if you have a ranged DPS, you can have one sitting around in here, another sitting over there, one floating, like the healer floating here, and tank here. If you have to have melee DPS, just make sure they have something to get to a quick run in, like a bow or something. Okay, Skull Reaper. This guy is an optional boss. Again, you come in this room basically to look around for chests and other things like that. There's some of these ads in here, which will also heal them as well. You can CC them, but notice you can't bash them to get rid of them. And they also blow up too, so keep in mind that. He does the standard Bone Colossus stuff there, stomping, all that good stuff. Really, the only thing that's dangerous, or the only thing that's annoying in this fight, is those ads. Because the ads heal them, keep them alive. You don't want that. He's dead. And then check this room for chests and all that stuff, because it is a good area to find some stuff. Okay, Ulrog the Risen. You may remember him as being the red guard from the last Wayrest. He still has that 2-hander. Now, look. He does the same thing where he does the does that scare tactic, but now you actually have fire under him. He hits you hard. He'll try hitting you with a swing as well. It's gonna be important to keep some stamina so you can break free from his fear. Whatever guys died. Probably wasn't able to break free. Again, that's why you keep some stamina left. If you don't, that happens. Note as well, just like in Wayrest 1, do not get near the back door. That's another important fact too. If he fears you through that back door, you're not getting back in. You have to reset the fight. Or you have to rely on your teammates to kill it and finish the fight for you. So that's Ulrog. Gonna move on and get to the next boss here. Okay, we're gonna take on Garen next.
For a second death, you undead bastard.
Spectre has died, unfortunately. Now you're gonna start the fight off here. Lich crystals that he summons here. Bringing safe souls. If you're a tank, you can go around, try getting them. But don't rush yourselves to get them if you don't need to, if you don't want to. DPS should focus on the boss. And now he's going to come over here and basically stay here for the rest of the fight. This just does constant damage. This is a heal check. Make sure you stay in range, and healers just need to be right beside it to lay down some springs. Gonna send some crystals again. Tanks, just hit them once. DPS, focus on Garen, okay? Don't have to worry about much else than that. That's Garen the returned. Pretty easy fight as long as you stay together. Alright, the Forgotten One. Sort of a mini-boss right in the path here. Important thing here is face him away from the group. He's gonna back up. Get him perpendicular here is pretty good here. So I'm gonna do this right here. DPS, I recommend fighting him at the sides here because if he does back up, he's gonna basically do this major hit thing, which will be a lot of damage if it hits you. Keep on waiting for him to do it, but maybe not. I think I blocked him off so he doesn't do it right now. But basically what he'll do is he'll back up and summon a huge ghost. Here it comes, here it comes. And that can one-shot tanks right there. So you want to avoid those and keep it away from people. Typically people will fight it here and he'll back up. And then the DPS are right on his tail will then be in the same pathway. So be careful with that one. That kills no death runs. Alright, for the Palangairs.
Forgive me.
One's loose. A little annoying because their health bars don't show up when they first show up. So basically we're facing two of our old bosses in the same fight. Makes it a little interesting. DPS, it's going to be important for you to watch Velen. Do not get stuck inside of his cleave. Do not get stuck inside of his conal attack. Alina, not too bad. But she is somebody who summons and takes you over to these hallucinations here. Now, at the start of this fight, you saw some zombies come in from the back. That's because for the hard mode of this, you're supposed to take on those zombies while you're fighting these enemies. So you don't read a book for this one, you just bring in some extra mobs and that's it. Okay, yeah. So this is the other thing. When you damage one more than the other, the sibling will actually... no stamina. Put a damage shield on them like that. So they'll take less damage.
You really can't do anything yourself.
Now they both have damage shields on, but they'll get rid of that eventually here. See, one gets off and one gets on. See, watch that conal. That's gonna be a killer right there if you get hit by it. These hallucinations aren't too bad. They do stun at times, which are kind of annoying. Also note that I tried blocking there, and there is a little bit of a desync there. Yeah, she's dead. So block early on some of these when you see the Q coming in. That's pretty much it. Only a few one-shot mechanics to that, and inside the entire dungeon there. Basically, just get overwhelmed is the only issue you might have. That's the Pengears.